hot topic nowadays, Morgan and Peace. The U.S. Mint's making Morgan and Peace dollars every year. We're coming up soon to the reverse proof. It's going to be lots of fun. But where did it all start? And you're looking at over 100 years ago for the first Peace dollar and 100 years ago for the last Morgan dollar. Well, next up, I have an opportunity for you. It's the Morgan Peace combo. You're going to get one of each of the originals, those 90% silver vintage dollars, uncirculated. Let's jump in. Low price alert, low price alert, $119.90, and you get two coins. You get a Morgan and you get a Peace. That's under $60 a coin. Incredible value, uncirculated, encapsulated, beautiful blast white brilliant coins. So let's talk about the Morgan first. That's this one right here, first issued in 1878, following the Bland-Allison Act, where they found all this silver out in Nevada, the Comstock lode, and they said, you know what, we need a silver dollar. They passed that act, and along came the Morgan in 1878. They made 96 coins in all. They made it for 28 years. Now, towards the end of the time period, the last one made was 1904, and they said, let's start working on the Peace. But they had to bring it back one more year in 1921 while they worked out the Peace dollar. So they made one more year of Morgan. That was 1921. So we have the final year, 1921 Morgan, and we have a first year of issue 1921 Peace. Now this combo specifically is a 1921 Morgan, and you'll get either a 1922 Peace, 23, 24, most likely a 22 for that first year of issue regular strike, because when the Peace dollar first came out in 1921, they made it in high relief, and it was a little difficult for the banks to stack. They were having problems, so they changed the design. They pulled the high relief, and then 1922 was the first quote-unquote regular issue after that high relief. So you'll get a combo here. You'll get a last year Morgan and a first regular issue Peace. 1921 Morgan, 1922 Peace, uncirculated condition. Our competition wants $262 for these same two coins. They want $136 for the 1921 Morgan and $126 for the 1922 Peace. Do the math, folks. You're saving over $140 with us here at ABC for the same two coins. 1921 Morgan, 1922 Peace. Now this is the reverse of the Morgan. Look at those breast feathers. Here's the reverse of the Peace. Now the Peace dollar was issued to commemorate peace, the ending of the war. The eagle has the olive branches looking east over the pond. It had so much symbolism. And in that, in God we trust, we'll show you that again on the obverse. See how it says in God we trust? Well, instead of TRUST, it's spelled TRVST. And that V stands for victory, World War I. That's what the Peace dollar was all about, commemorating peace and celebrating the end of the war. This one was the last 90% silver to circulate. After this, yes, we did have Eisenhower jumbo dollars, but silvers were just made out of San Francisco for collectors, and they were 40% silver. This one, the Peace, it was the last 90% silver to circulate. And so then that was it. These are the original vintage silver dollars of the Wild West. Now, everybody hears those stories about the coins just kind of, you know, in the corral or being made at the banks and traveling across the country in the trains. That's history in your hands. I mean, 100 years later, 2021, we all remember the relaunch of the Morgan and Peace. What a year that was. We had all 5 mints in 2021, and then we had a Peace dollar. You could barely get on the website to order, and it just brought back the popularity of the Morgan and Peace once again. But it was celebrating these two coins. Now, the Peace dollar was issued from 21 through 35. There was a little 5-year pause, so it was really 21 through 28, and then 34 and 35. And that's the history of the Peace. So here we have it, original, vintage, uncirculated Morgan and Peace dollars. You get them both for that low price of $119.90. You're looking at under $60 per coin. Our competition is $136 and $126 for these two coins. Now we're showing you obverse and reverse of each. This is a two-piece set. You get one Morgan and one piece, each encapsulated. We'll put them in a pouch for you as well, right to your door, just as you see them. Beautiful blast white, brilliant uncirculated coins, celebrating history today. We're looking over 100 years old, over 100 years old, 104 years old now. Wow. And to be in this condition 104 years later. And don't forget, in 1918, the Pittman Act was passed. 60% of Morgan silver dollars were melted. Over 270 million coins destroyed for silver. Some survived. A lot survived in circulated condition. Not as many survived in Unc. And now's your opportunity. I do have a put that 1 minute clock up, please. 1 more minute to go, folks. Phones are very busy. This one's always a hot seller because you get them both. You get a Morgan and you get a piece. You get the last year of issue Morgan, early issue piece, uncirculated coins, not $262 like you would be paying with our competition. $119.90, under $60 per coin. Item number 9051258, also available online via the website, which is abccoins.com. These beautiful pieces of history are over 100 years old. Absolutely incredible. We've been celebrating these coins since 2021 after the 100th anniversary, and we are still clamoring to get the new releases. These are the originals. These are those 90% silvers that circulated, not these, they're Unc, but you know what I mean. In their time, they were used as spending. Join us, folks. Don't let this one pass you by.